Hello again. So, in 2023, long before Code 64 ever came into production or existence, there was one show. That show is unreleased and is lost media. And there's no way of ever finding it ever again. That show was called Ted Fighters. I can remember maybe 3 things about the episodes, and one of them was a plan for the ending. So, basically, a couple of things to note about Code 64. Oh, wait, no, not Code 64. Ted Fighters was that there was no 11-Year War, there was no LHC, and Ted was still a child. He was still a child throughout the entire series. It does get referenced in Code 64, although very early on in Season 2. Because if you look at one of the characters' feet, the fake Flicker, if you look at her feet, then you can see, I think, if I remember correctly, model N20-1 or TF Flicker. I think that's what I said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm remembering that. But basically, episode 1 was the introduction, and it does get referenced in Ted Fighters, the book version of Ted Fighters, Ted's Fury. I'm just gonna go get that real quick. So, I've got Ted's Fury right here. This is the front. And this is the back. If I remember correctly, where was it? Yeah, here it is. It was supposed to be a logbook of sorts, and log 23. Now, this was written in between. Well, it was started to be written when Ted Fighters was still around. Log 23. About to kill this kid. Wait, I malfunctioned. P.S. We both did. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what it says. I'll have to swap the camera around. But that was written in 2023. There is Ted's Fury 2, although that's set in a completely different timeline where Ted dies. So, that part of Ted's Fury was episode 1 of Ted Fighters. There was a part in the book, in the series, where Ted punches one of the robots and it just turns into a spirit. I believe episode 3 was something else. I think it was something along the lines of Riss on the top of a building with a sniper rifle trying to kill one of the robots. And the finale was completely different to Code 64's finale. Ted Fighters' finale was planned to be Ted finding out that Riss and Flicker have 2 kids in the suits, so he frees them when they go back to their parents. Then, obviously, I accidentally deleted Ted Fighters and blah blah blah. So yeah. So that's all I remember of Ted Fighters. I don't remember what the other episodes were. But there is one part of media that still exists from Ted Fighters. Guess what it is. I'll give you 5 seconds and I'll count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, One. If you guess a background, you were right. A background. That's all that exists of TIE Fighters now. I'm not joking. That's all that exists. Just a background. Just a red background with clouds. That's all that exists. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's still on my old tablet, which I have put a bunch of the older shows I've put on. For example, if I use this, I'll teleport into the screen. And, The Bad Show. Now, The Bad Show, if I remember correctly, was based on a thing that happens sometimes, where if I look at, like, a carpet or something, I see, like, images or something. I don't know. Like, I look at something and I think, that looks like an image. Or a character or something. So that's what happened. And I was like, oh, I can make a show based off this. So I was going to make The Bad Show. Now, I did have a PopJam account. God, do you remember PopJam? Oh, I love that. So I was going to make a PopJam account a while ago to promote Incelis Entertainment and Curtis 64. But then I found out it got deleted. PopJam was deleted. Now, I'm getting a bit off topic here, but PopJam, I loved it. One time I asked somebody for the Roblox password so I could give them free Robux, and I was posing as Roblox. Make of that what you will. I loved PopJam. I had... my old username was Animated Constipation before I came up with Incelis Entertainment, which, going back to Code 264 and TIE Fighters, Enceladus Technologies was the original villain. Obviously, Enceladus Entertainment is my username now, so... yeah. But, yeah. That is what I remember. Now, a couple of things about Code 264 in Real Life 3. I'm hoping... don't believe me on this could change, or it could get completely cancelled. I want to get it filmed and uploaded next week. Either next week or the week after. There will be two new characters. That being Audrey and Kif Bauer. Who will be played by who I'm planning to be played by my two friends. So, now I'm going to be wearing this again. Have a good day, or night, or wherever you guys are. Thanks for watching. If you like this and you want to see other videos by me, like, comment, subscribe to my other channel, Inceladus Entertainment, or Lambda Entertainment, as I called it, because I wanted to rebrand. Either way, subscribe. Okay, bye!